it. And what I didn't tell this person, which maybe I should, is the reason you're shooken up is because the thing that you confronted them about, you do the same thing. You don't do it in as bad a way, so to speak, but you do the same thing. It's not quite the way you do it. It's not quite as bad, but it is the same thing. What I mean is like, I'll put it this way. If pets are family, you do the same thing to the pets that you're angry that someone else is doing to a human. And that's really why you're all jumbled up about it, because you feel like a hypocrite. And I hate it when this person does this thing to the pets. I hate it. I'm like, it's just awkward. It's like, it reminds me of the people who this person confronted. I would think you're doing the same thing. You sound just like those people. You sound just as out of control, like you lost your composure. Where everyone goes silent, everyone's just like, okay, just no one talk, let's just get out of here. Like you go to that level too, and you're like you're all messed up about it now. And if I tell you that, you're probably gonna say, you're probably gonna defend yourself without realizing I'm not even attacking you. You think I haven't lost my shit? I've lost my shit probably more. I've probably went more extreme. And that's why I can tell you. You should probably go you should probably go further, really. And that's what they'd say in Eastern philosophy. Really go all the way. If you're going to get angry, really freak out. Don't do some half measure. And know full well that it might get you killed. There's a car to the left of me. It had one headlight. Yeah, maybe I don't need the shocks for my bike. Although these fucking bumps, I actually really don't like these bumps. And you can hear I have a milk crate on the back of my bike. Fuck, man, I really don't like these bumps. Hey, do you know what? I had a super hot girlfriend who lived up here. She was really hot. Oh man, these fucking bumps, man. But I think she was a gang stalker in the end. She gang stalked me. I hate these bumps. She loved me too. You know what? No, she annoyed me also. One time we were in the bath, and she said we have like a jacuzzi, like a nice. It's a big bath, and she was saying, "You have no idea, man. The system's so fucked up. It's just so messed up. You can't even imagine how fucked up it is. The government, man, they're just..." She was a stoner. She's like, the fucking government, they're all fucked. And I was like, yeah, so what? It just annoyed me, and maybe I was a sociopath. I don't know, but I was just like, so what? Like, doesn't everyone already know that? I felt like she was an idiot, actually. I don't know. Maybe I'm harping on about my bike, My bike's so awesome. It's so comfortable. And people are like, yeah, I already know that. You already said that. But it's kind of different. Like, I'm celebrating it. I don't know. I felt like, does she think I don't know that already? And then the audacity. And you might be thinking, well, that's innocent. Leave her alone. Hey, leave her alone. You know, she's just expressing herself. Remember, she became a gang stalker. Remember the last time I saw her, she was fucking weird as fuck. Left me her phone number, then told me she had a boyfriend. Weird as fuck. Weird energy. Tried lecturing me. Stalked me at the market. And then I showed her picture to this guy who I was at his house having dinner. And he was like, you know, I don't want to tell you. It sounds cheap now. That's not the reason I wanted to tell you that. He was like, she's way hotter than my girlfriend. And I was like, yeah, I fucking know that. I've known you for years, and I knew your last girlfriend. I know what kind of girlfriends you have, obviously. Obviously, I'm showing you her picture because I already know that that's going to be your response. I already know. I'm bragging. If they were the same amount of hotness, I wouldn't be showing you her picture to begin with. And then his brother came, who's a doctor. It was like a family dinner. I think they were all gang stalkers because this guy told me to leave too at like 3 a.m. and I was on shrooms. Suddenly, out of nowhere. I'm an hour away. I live an hour away. I drove to his house. And out of nowhere at 3 a.m, he says, get out of my house. You have to leave right now. I said, do you feel cool right now? And he said, no. I said, yeah, sure, but I'm going to be cold. I can't drive because I'm stoned. I'm going to be literally cold sitting in the car, like in the fucking cold at 3 a.m. because you're suddenly randomly telling me to leave. Like, are you mental? Like, are you fucking mental for real? And, and then he gave me the jar of shrooms. He's like, sorry. And then he called for a taxi to drive me home, which is like hundreds of dollars, like to drive someone home, and to have a separate car drive. You know, they had to have someone drive my car, plus they had to have another car following them to drive me home. He paid for all that. I was like, oh, all right, great. But his brother, his brother had a hot girlfriend. She was big, she was thick. And I looked at her like, oh, thank God, someone hot. Oh my God, thank God. I was just so relieved. Instantly, I was like, if we didn't live under fascism, I'd be having sex with you. Like, that was the communication of the eye contact. The brother didn't like this. And he said, so what do you do? And I said, I'm on sabbatical. And he gets angry about that. And he says, I'm a doctor. I was like, yeah, I know. And he was basically, he was accusing me of that I was calling him stupid. He was accusing me that I thought that he didn't know what a sabbatical is. And I was being serious. I was saying I'm giving birth to my inner wounded child. I'm going through some shit, getting my my chi right. And that's what I mean by sabbatical. I'm taking a leave from work, finding my inner self. But he was jealous of the way that I looked at his girlfriend. And she played it straight. She had a poker face. Did she like me back? I don't know. But I bet she did. Because why would he react like that otherwise? Now, I wondered if that ex-girlfriend, if she became a gang stalker because she was first gang stalked. Because I first started being friends with her best friend. That's how we met. I actually lost my virginity to her best friend. And then her best friend said, you know, she went crazy. Everyone we knew agreed that she just turned evil. Just suddenly, she just went fucking evil on us. She was, you know, nasty, just endlessly nasty. I wondered if she was gang stalked. She is very beautiful. She's someone who would get targeted. And then I guess maybe she joined. You know, I think she joined. That was her way out. That's not cool. Whoa! I overreacted. I thought there was glass. I thought there was a broken bottle. It was something else. Okay, this is the best bike ride of my fucking life. Now, maybe I'm high on acid. Maybe I shouldn't actually be biking. Well, yeah, I took acid this morning. Yeah, I'm a bit jovial. I think I'm a bit buzzed. But I have to say, this is the best bike ride of my fucking life. The comfort, man, and I do have a sore ass, but you know, that's part of it. It's not that sore. I don't think shocks would actually help. You know, there's part of just sitting down for a long time. When your weight is concentrated on one spot. Maybe even if it's not. I don't get a sore ass from sitting in my recliner all day. But then my weight is so dissipated, it's almost like laying in a bed. You know what the biggest compliment to me is that you watch? It's that for you to like watching, it means that I have to like my own company. Like, the only gift I can give you is my enlightenment. The only gift you can give me is your enlightenment. That you don't feel lonely when you listen to me. Okay, I'm on 80% battery. I just went like fucking a long ways. I think I went like, you know, this battery is fucking crazy good. Whoa. And now we have the issue of getting the e-bike inside the house without the cats getting out. So we have these treats for them that cost like $30. I think that's a ripoff. But they're special treats. They're medicated or something. CBD oil or something to calm them. Because Todd bullies Stu. Okay, doesn't look like there's any cats. Coast is clear. Try to bring the